You'll need Apple TV to watch Formula One now.
Alright, sorry for the jump scare, but I just needed to get it off my chest because starting next season, if you live in the United States, you'll need Apple TV to watch Formula One. Yeah, not ESPN, not F1 TV Pro, Apple TV. It's official now that Formula One signed a deal that basically gives Apple the full rights to every single race, qualifying, and sprint weekends starting in 2026, and fans are reacting to it in all kinds of ways. So the good news is that if you are an ESPN user, you no longer have to flip through ESPN on Sunday mornings. Everything's going to be on the Apple TV app instead. Now you may ask yourself, we already had F1 TV, which I did. I never had ESPN. We'll get into that later because the news just get even worse. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. I'll walk you through what's confirmed, what's still in the air, and why. As someone who's used Formula One TV for a long time now, not a sponsor, and they're not paying me a dime for saying this. I just like their app. Yes, it has a lot of flaws, but overall, it's a good app. I don't personally think that this move is necessarily the best thing for you and I. Let's break it down. So here's what's confirmed. Starting with the 2026 season, Apple becomes the exclusive broadcast partner for Formula One in the United States. That means that Apple TV now controls every single live session, practice, qualifying, sprints, and the races themselves. Apple and Formula One both confirmed this publicly. This is not rumors. We'll get into what's rumors and what's fact, but this is fact for sure. They also said that all practice sessions and select races will be free to watch in the Apple TV app. Everything else, that's going to require a paid subscription. And this is the first time that a tech company, not a traditional network like ESPN, has full control of F1's broadcast rights in the United States. So Apple didn't just buy a TV deal, they basically bought the gateway between Formula One and pretty much every American fan. Now let's cut straight to the chase. Why would F1 even do this? And the answer, in my opinion, is easy money, growth, and image. First, let's talk about the money. ESPN's last deal with Formula One was worth about $90 million per year. Multiple reliable outlets, including motorsport.com and Racing News 365, report that Apple offered them about $140 million per year. That number isn't officially confirmed, but it's been widely reported and never denied. The second one, in my opinion, is growth. The US is the #1 fastest growing market for Formula One, with 3 races, booming viewership here, Netflix exposure. Apple gives F1 direct access to millions of households. And third, and not less important, I think that F1 likes to position itself as high tech and premium, and Apple's brand screams that. So yeah, for Liberty Media, this was a win, but as a fan, I'm not fully convinced that it's the best move for us watching at home. Let's talk about it. Now here's the thing that worries me personally the most: F1 TV. I've used F1 TV for years. Once again, not a sponsor. I would love to get some money from F1 TV, but as things are looking, F1 TV is just going away. Now, what do you get from F1 TV? You get the multi-view, you get the onboards, you get the data overlays, you get the ability to watch historical races whenever you want, which is personally my favorite thing. And Apple, you better include this to your package. It's definitely not perfect. It has a lot of flaws, but it's pure Formula One and it comes from the source. That's what I like about it. Now, here's what's confirmed so far. F1 TV will continue to exist outside of the United States. So if you're in the UK, Canada, Australia, etc., nothing changes. And if you're in America, I wish I had a VPN sponsor right now to plug in, because you know what I mean? Like, you can use a VPN. I'm not going to elaborate too much into that, but I'm hoping that works and I can just still use my F1 TV. But in the United States, Apple's deal is exclusive. That means F1 legally can't sell live streams directly to fans anymore. Legally. Now, it's not official yet, but here's what's being reported. Let me be very clear. This is not a fact. This is just what's being reported, is that Apple plans to absorb F1 TV Pro's best features, what we talked about earlier, onboards, live timing, telemetry, data feeds, directly into the Apple TV app. Now, I trust that Apple could do this because they're a tech company. They probably know about it. The problem, in my opinion, is that I think that nobody could beat F1 TV because it's created by F1 itself, by F1 fans. We'll see if it's no longer broadcasted through the F1 TV app. So far, it looks like it's the end of it. And also, what's expected but not confirmed is that F1 TV Pro subscriptions will stop being offered in the US once Apple's coverage begins. So they're going all out with the monopoly here. So the app is probably going to survive outside the United States. For all of you lucky dogs that watch me from outside the US, which is actually the majority of my audience, but not in the form that we love. And that's really what bugs me about this deal. And that's the trade-off that we're getting. And in my opinion, that's not a win for the fans. It's win for growth, for money, for exposure, but it is not keeping in mind US fans. Let's talk about the price because you and I already know that it's probably going to go up. Apple has not released any official pricing yet, but based on past Apple deals, we're going to make a conclusion here, come up with a hypothetical price that they could give you. I'm going to use their MLS season pass. Right now, Apple also has a deal with the soccer league in the United States, and they charge about $14.99 a month or $99 a year. That is already more than F1 TV charges in the US. So I expect something similar, maybe an F1 season pass around $15 to maybe $20 a month, or a discount for Apple TV subscribers. And if we're talking numbers, that's a lot more than what F1 TV Pro costs right now in the United States. Now, Apple's motivation here, in my opinion, is very simple. They already have live sports that keep people subscribed. They already have Major League Soccer and Friday Night Baseball. Now they're adding Formula One, a sport that's for global audiences and for people that they know are loyal to that sport. Not to glaze ourselves, but we're a different kind of sports fan. Now, here's another fact that's confirmed for sure. Apple has already said that Formula One coverage will connect with other Apple services. This means that you can get driver playlists in Apple Music. The only one I'm interested in here is Oscar Piastri's house music playlist. You also get race recaps and analysis in Apple News, F1 style training in Apple Fitness. I don't know what the heck that means. How are you going to train it with Apple Fitness? Like, are you going to train your neck? I don't know what they're doing. You get track maps with Apple Maps, and you get live stats in the Apple Sports app. So far, so good, but I am not seeing historical races here. If I can't watch Senna and Prost, if I can't watch Niki Lauda, if I can't go back and watch the GOAT, we got a problem, Apple. I got a problem with you. So yeah, it's clever for Apple. They're not just buying content, they're buying a full environment around the sport. And something else that's reported, not official, is that Apple also plans to use this deal to push more Apple TV hardware and subscriptions globally. And so if you're outside the US, this might be coming for you too. I really hope not. And again, this is smart for Apple, but as a fan, I don't really want to live inside an ecosystem just to watch racing. F1 TV already worked, and I didn't need a middleman that I'm now going to have to go through to watch Formula One. So yes, being fair to Apple, it'll probably look amazing, but it'll also be Apple's version of Formula One. We're talking no ESPN coverage, no F1 TV Pro app, no alternatives, one option, one provider, one price. Let me give you a quick example. I use F1 TV to watch these races. I like listening to them in the international option. That means that instead of listening to the F1 TV guys, I listen to Crofty. I don't think that, as far as I've seen, I am going to get this option with the Apple packaging. And I sure want to see that. So overall, I'm someone who likes to have control over how I watch these races, what I get to see. And all of this doesn't sit great with me, but again, we'll see how it actually goes. So let me be honest with you. As much as I respect Apple's products and production quality, when it comes to phones, I'm never gonna use a Mac computer. But when it comes to phone, iPads, and other things that they do, I think they look great for simple tech things. They are awesome, and their design definitely beats that of Microsoft. Of course, when it comes to utility, I wouldn't say so. So as much as I respect them and we'll probably get a better looking stream, I think that fans overall are losing independence here. F1 TV, even though it was a corporate thing, it felt more like it was ours. In Apple TV, it's theirs. So let me know what you think about it in the comments. Do you think that this is the future of Formula One or just another streaming app waiting to trap us into it for a few years and then let us go? I'll keep covering every update as we get closer to 2026, pricing, F1 TV's future, all of it. So make sure that if you're new around here, you click right here to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in one of these 2 videos that I created just for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.